Democracy. Democracy is based upon the conviction that there are extraordinary possibilities in ordinary people. Voting is the expression of our commitment to ourselves, one another, this country, and this world. On that note, this is how I would like to welcome you all to the program today's paper. This program comes away every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we are glad this morning to be on the radio. My name is Mafila Kamara. And we have 50 more days to the presidential and legislative elections. So we are encouraging every one of you to go out there on October 10th to vote your preferred leaders. And as such, voting is the expression of our commitment to ourselves, not just the country, but to our very self. So welcome again to the program, today's paper. This is the program where we digest all of the happenings in the print media. Today is the 25th of September 2023. So glad to be here this morning. For today's edition of the program, we've had with us 4 local dailies. We have the Front Page Africa newspaper, the Daily Observer newspaper, the Inquirer newspaper, and that of the Independent newspaper. And that is Liberia's most investigative newspaper. So like I said, we have 50 more days to the presidential and general elections in the country. And of course, we have been briefed that there's a protest on the University of Liberia campuses. That is the Fennel and main campus. So shortly, we'll be joining our reporter on this program to give us updates as it relates to that particular protest. So stay tuned, be with us. So shortly, we'll be reading out the papers for you. Like I said, we have 4 local dailies. We have 4 papers with us. Okay, let's take our colleague this morning. She's Samira and she's posted at the University of Liberia campus. So Samira, good morning. Okay, we'll rejoin her later on this program. Okay, our first stop this morning is the Independent newspaper, and this is Liberia's most investigative newspaper. And let's read for you the headlines on the front page of the Independent newspaper. This is volume 22, number 198, and this is the Monday edition of the Independent newspaper. And for more of these stories, like the independent news stories, you can log on to www.theindependent.com.lr, and this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. On election day, AFL soldiers will not come out unless on election day, AFL soldiers will not come out unless, that's General Johnson asserts. And of course, at the front page of the Independent newspaper, we have in the army, we have soldiers of the armed forces of Liberia. Yeah, they are posted at the front page of the Independent newspaper, and also the AFL Chief of Staff, General Prince C. Johnson. He also has his photograph at the front page of the Independent newspaper here for you this morning. Soft power diplomacy emotion as Nigerian teachers head for Liberia. So let's take you to the back page of the Independent newspaper, and like I said, this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. And at the back page of the Independent newspaper, we have Hope You Can Count On, Fold number 18, we are Taylor 2023. Fourth, for president, we are for improving the health sector, construct several market buildings around the country, construction of NASCOT guest house in Bomi, increase doctor salaries from 700 to 2,000, 2,500 health workers to government payroll after the no health pool dried up. Regularize and increase salaries of over 500 supplementary health workers, provided advanced home-based specialist training for over 101 doctors, provided international specialist training for over 50 doctors, vaccinated over 80% of Liberians against COVID-19. That is the seventh best in Africa. Constructed the Emerald Hospital in Papulu County. Constructed the 14th Military Hospital in Margibi County. Constructed the Redemption Hospital in Coward, Moserado County. Established the first dialysis center at the JFK Hospital, the first ever in the Republic, and so much more. So these are all counts on what President Josh Manenwia should be with him for the 2023 election, that is the October 10th elections. They have several counts here at the back page of the Independent newspaper, and at the top of the back page of the Independent newspaper, we have action now. A better Papolu is possible. Fatu Famata, that is Sheriff. Together we can do it. And it says vote number 11 on the ballot. And of course, let's bring you a chase of the editorial of the Independent newspaper. Like I said, this paper is sold for $40 so you can go and get yourself this paper. Go and get yourself this paper and be well informed, or you can log on to www.theindependent.com.lr to get more of the Independent newspaper news stories for you. So let's read for you a gist of the editorial here. Recently, officials of the Ministry of Health revealed that an estimated 480,000 people are suffering from vision loss in the Liberian nation. So that's just a gist of the editorial there. You can get the Independent newspaper and read the editorial in depth. So let's read a gist of the story that talks about AFL soldiers will now come out unless. So let's read a gist of the story. The Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Prince Charles Johnson, says on election day the AFL will come outside of the military barracks if there is an incident that the Liberia National Police cannot handle. General Johnson, who is a product of the Kofi Annan Institute for Conflict Transformation of the University of Liberia, narrated the role of the Liberian military during the country's civil war, for which it was dissolved after the war. So that's a chase of the story that talks about the AFL soldiers will not come out unless. So you can get yourself the Independent newspaper and read the stories in details. NAFA warns against consumption of dead fish, sea animal. And this is actually serious, very, very serious to see our people carrying bags, carrying cutlasses to chop up the fish or to get a slash of the dead fish. We'll actually talk about this in this program. On this program, we'll actually talk about this. But before doing that, let's read you this statement from NAFA. And it reads, the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority has warned the public against the consumption of a dead fish, that is the sea animal, from on the seashore or pitches, saying that such an act could be extremely dangerous to those involved. Okay, we are back. So, to those of you that are watching us via our Facebook page, this is the Independent newspaper here for you this morning. This is the front page of the Independent newspaper, and this is the back page of the Independent newspaper. So, our next stop is the Inquirer newspaper. Okay, we are still trying to establish call with our reporters posted at the main campus of the University of Liberia. We try to get her on this program to give us update as it relates to activities at the state-run university main campus. So we urge you to be there with us. So like I said, our next stop is the Inquirer newspaper, and this is volume 33. Okay, let's take this call from our reporter at the University of Liberia. Tamara, you are live.
Good morning, Martina, and good morning to the peace and loving people of Liberia. Currently, I'm at the state-run university, and the environment is very peaceful. We don't have any protests here. We have people pulling in, going for the classes.
Okay.
The place is so peaceful. But then I managed to call Sendel, and I was told that Sendel is also peaceful, but then from one of the instructors, he said that if there are chat rooms, they are posting it there that the students they are about to come outside to protest at Fender campus.
Are you talking about student grouping?
Yes.
Okay, which student grouping in particular?
I never got the particular group from the instructor. He's an instructor to USA Wonder Call because since I came at Capitol Hill and I saw that the environment was peaceful, I decided to call Fender and know as to if it was where the protest was going on.
Okay.
So I called instructor there and he said that the place is peaceful, but they are hearing from the chat rooms that the students are about to come out to protest again. So he never gave me an in-depth detail as to whether it's SOUP or it's PROSA or whatever group, but he just said that it's in the chat rooms that they are gearing up, they are coming together.
But have you tried to establish what would be the reason for the student action?
No, I haven't. The place, I tried talking to one or two persons, but everybody that I got, they said that they were on their way for class, and I haven't talked to anybody there. But I will get that, and when I get that,
okay,
I'll be able to communicate it with you.
Okay, Samira, thank you so much for calling. She's Samira Wulad, reporter here at First of Liberia, giving updates as it relates to what we gathered this morning. We learned that the students at the University of Liberia, the student groupings, they are about to stage a protest. But as we learned from her, she said the university campus, that is the main campus. She said things are going on smoothly and students are going about their daily activities. So that is it from our end. That is it from our end. So we are hoping to get word from her again as it relates to activities on the final campus. So we ask you to be there with us as we will be bringing you updates from the University of Liberia campuses, that is the main campus and the final campus. So our next stop is the Incorrect newspaper. This is volume 33, number 161. And this paper is sold for $40 Liberian. ECOWAS condemns inflammatory statements at Liberia cares up for high-level confab on elections integrity. Political actors concerned about NEC delay to publish FRR, that is the final photo rule. Do not eat their whale floating on beaches, authority warns. At China's 74th anniversary, government reiterates commitment to one China policy. And of course, at the bottom of the Inquirer newspaper, we have Ford Cummins Bromsky, a leadership that we can trust. And it says Ford number 4. So let's bring you the back page of the Inquirer newspaper. This paper is sold for $40 Liberian. You can get this paper for $40 Liberian. And the back page of this paper says the headline actually reads, "There will be no war. We assess Liberia is on development path." And of course, we have the photograph of the President of the Republic of Liberia in person of George Manenwia. He's here posted at the back page of the Inquirer newspaper. West Point women relaunch quality education for Liberian girls. And we have come down to the presidential and legislative elections. We have 50 more days to go. And for more of the Inquirer newspaper, you can log on to or you read them on the inquirer.era. That is at gmail.com. So you can read them online at www.theinquirernewspaper.com or on Facebook at the Inquirer newspaper. Okay, let's read the story from ECOWAS. The Economic Community of West African States says it has observed with great concern the creeping tendency for some political leaders and activists to resort to the use of incendiary rhetoric that could stir violent emotions, incite disturbance, and jeopardize the peace and stability of Liberia. Of course, let's read for you a trace of the editorial, bit of the editorial for you this morning. NEC, beware of your choice of words. At the close of last week, the National Elections Commission informed the public to check their personal voting information by going on its platform. According to the NEC, through its chairperson, register of voters who wish to access their information are encouraged to visit the Commission's platform, enter their voter identification card number, year of birth, and fill their information. Madam David Brown Lassanan told the public through the media that the final registration roll for the 2023 presidential and legislative elections will be made available to all concerned. Okay, do not eat their will floating on fishes, authorities warn. Authorities are warning against an unprecedented harvesting of a spring whale that appeared actual the Palm Bush community in Dwason, adjacent the Silver Beach. It was reported that on Thursday, September 21, 2023, a dead yellowish spring whale was seen floating from the Atlantic Ocean to the Palm Bush community in Dwason, adjacent the Silver Beach, 22 kilometers away from Monrovia. So that's a gist of that story. You can get the Inquirer newspaper for $40 or you can read them online at www.inquirernewspaper.com. Our next stop is the Front Page Africa newspaper. And this is volume 17, number 181. This paper is sold for $40. And for more of the Front Page Africa news stories, you can log on to www.frontpageafricaonline.com. So let's bring you the headlines of the top story on the front page of the Front Page Africa newspaper. And this one reads, I will lead Liberia to lasting prosperity. Female presidential candidate Sarah De Solo Yanti promises. This one reads, Senator Johnson, that is Senator Talon Precious, NEC for final voter roll, but Commission commits to providing final voter roll to political parties and stakeholders before end of this week. Leading the charge in Markibi County, Councillor Charlie M. Bromsky and Mistress Cummings lead NEC campaign activities in the county. Main drug suspect escapes. Main drug suspect escapes. Wow. Lead suspect in the Rabbers International Airport drug bust up caught on ASCAP Airlines. Main drug suspect escapes. Consequences surrounding his escape remain unclear But Front Page Africa gathered from sources familiar with the investigation that Stephen Daniels, whose name appears on the air, will build of the consignment containing the drugs left Liberia last Thursday on Ascad Airlines. That's very unfortunate to hear. John Beats of War, Echoes of Violence. With 15 days to elections, political leaders are terrified about vote raking, threatening unconventional reaction, but ECOWAS cautions them war drums of war, echoes of violence. That's why, and this is actually quoted, that's why you need to protect it. If they think they will steal this election, we will not allow it, because if they do it, that's the end of this country. And that's Joseph, Ambassador Joseph Human Boaka, the stand-up bearer of the United Party, making that statement. And let's read the statement from Senator Prince Johnson before the election, before the October elections. Liberians are coming out under the banner, "Don't try it." Any attempt the people's power will be exercised like the Arab Spring. We will shoot your guns, you will kill us, or you will die. No more fear. Liberians don't have fear anymore. That's the statement from Senator Prince Johnson, Senator of Nema County. And this is quoted again: "To all distinguished citizens, those who can hear my voice, I want to acknowledge the glory of God and assure you that in our country there will be no return to a rebel checkpoint." And that statement is from the President of the Republic of Liberia, in person of George Manuel Weah. And this one is quoted again: "We want to make it clear to Senator Prince Johnson that he's no law and master in this country. No one is intimidated by his sentimental and threatening statements. He cannot threaten a legitimate national government." And that statement is from Cyril Allen from the Coalition for Democratic Change. Okay, let's bring the sound down and read for you a chase of the story that talks about John Beats of War, Echoes of Violence. As the upcoming election draw nearer, tension is mounting within the country, attributed by heartening concerns and vocal claims from various political figures, most notably the opposition United Party, who continue to hint stiff reaction to the anticipated manipulation of the elections. As it started with the biggest rally of the opposition United Party candidate, Senator Prince Johnson of okay, Photo Ridge, Nema County, who threatened a people's revolt, linking him aid to the Arab Spring should the United, that is, should the ruling coalition for democratic change attempt to manipulate the election result. And let's read for you a gist of the editorial of the Front Page Africa newspaper. And the editorial reads: "Empowering Liberia's future, a resilient democracy through youth engagement." On September 15, 2023, the world united in celebrating International Day of Democracy with this year's theme focusing on empowering the next generation. The question is, how does democracy empower the next generation, and what kind of legacy are they inheriting? Hmm. Okay, let's read a gist of the story that talks about the main suspect, that is, the main drug suspect, escapes. Front page Africa has reliably learned that Stephen Daniels, a major suspect in the recent drug bust at the Roberts International Airport, has fled the country. Daniels was arrested by the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency almost 2 weeks ago when it was discovered that his name was on the airway bill of the boxes that contained the drug as the consignee. Front page Africa gathered that he left the country last Thursday on the escort flight. It remains unclear how he passed through security at the airport. Daniels, along with Director of Security at the Roberts International Airport, Samuel Livingston Freeman, along with employees of Joe's Travels, Kenyan Airlines agents in Liberia, were named as major suspects in the bust. Okay, let's bring you the back page of the front page Africa. Like I said, this paper is sold for $40 Liberian. Silam Kabidi starts female lone star tenure with defeat. And those of you that are watching or live via our Facebook page, this is the front page Africa newspaper. This is the front page of the front page newspaper, and this is the back page of the paper. So you can get this paper for $40 Liberian. Our next and final stop is the Daily Observer newspaper. And this is volume 23, number 179. This paper is sold for $40 Liberian. And for more of the Daily Observer news stories, you can log on to www.liberianobserver.com. Will October 10 elections be rigged? And that's a question mark. Will October 10 election be rigged? Will October 10 election be rigged? Bouaka expresses concern of such possibility as President Weah downplay rigging claims. And of course, we have the former Vice President Joseph Boakat on the left of this paper, and the President of the Republic of Liberia, President George Manning Weah, at the right of the paper. CPP Lenny Stone Mark Gibby together. And we have the wife of the standard bearer of the collaborating political party, Elizana Cummings. He has his wife on this paper, Teresa Cummings, the wife of the presidential candidate, Elizana Cummings, and Councillor Charlene Brown-Skinned, the fast running mate to Elizana Cummings. Yanti promises lasting prosperity if elected. NEC uncertain about final voters roll release date. NEC uncertain about final voters roll release date, says it is working towards it. Let's take you to the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper, and the headline to the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper reads: U.S. emergency preparedness circular post labyrinths on Earth. What did Mr. Awa say? It's better to eat a mushroom in freedom than to eat meat in slavery. Okay, let's try to read your gist of the story that talks about, will October 10 elections be rigged? And that's a question mark there. Let's read a gist of this story. Joseph Walker, the presidential candidate of the opposition United Party, has voiced concerns over the possibility of vote breaking by the ruling party of President George Weah, addressing a crowd of supporters in voter-rich Grand-Bassa County. Walker called on Liberians to seriously protect their vote and resist any electoral fraud. That's why you have to protect it. If they think they will steal this election, they will we you will not allow it. Waka told a cheering crowd. If you do it, that's the end of this country. We are not going to allow that. While the former vice president did not provide any evidence of any steps that would lead to voting breaking, the remarks are just one of the many he and officials of the United Party alliance have made, voicing concern over the possibility of voter rigging. That's vote rigging. NEC uncertain about final voter roll release date, says it is working towards it. So let's bring you a gist of that story because it's very much important. Wherein we just have 50 more days to the general and presidential elections. It is prudent that the National Elections Commission do the need voting. So let's read a trace of this story here for you this morning. The National Elections Commission is yet to provide a definite release date for the release of the final registration roll despite political pressure to do so. The uncertainty has raised questions among opposition political parties and the general public about the electoral body's preparedness to oversee the highly contested October 10 polls. So the rest of the story is on page 10. Let's get that for you. Okay, we are here, which is 16 days away as of September 25. The voter roll, which contains the names and duties of eligible voters, is a critical component of any election and plays a pivotal role in ensuring a fair and credible electoral process. The electoral body, which has, however, not committed to a specific date for the publication of the voter roll, has insisted that it is working diligently towards making the list available as soon as possible. Okay, let's try to read you a gist of the story from Malayanti. And okay, Sarah Besolo Yanti, one of the two female presidential candidates, is stirring the hearts and minds of Liberians with her ambitious vision. With a promise to lead Liberia to prosperity, she aspires to bring much needed change to a country still grappling with the aftermath of a devastating civil war and striving to rebuild its economy. Okay, so for those of you that are watching us via our Facebook page, this is the Daily Observer newspaper, the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. Let's bring you the back page of this paper. This is the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper for you this morning. And that's all for my end. So we'll now take a very short break. We'll take a chase of our team song. And when we come back, we'll dash quickly into the talking point for this edition of the program, today's paper. Be there. Okay, we are back. So let me welcome every one of you back to the program, today's paper. My name is Mafida Kamara, and we read for you 4 local dailies. We read for you the front page Africa newspaper. We read the Daily Observer newspaper, the Inquirer newspaper, and that of the Independent newspaper. So shortly we'll take a look at the incident that happened in Tuason, about this fish, this sea animal that is the whale that came on show dead, and we have our people in the part of that country, in that part of the country, um taking a slash of that fish and carrying it to their homes to eat and to eat. So we'll actually talk about that. I'm trying to get to the story to bring you what actually happened. Yeah, so like I said, we are going to be talking about that story because it is very much important. We have our people eating dead fish without knowing the actual cause of that fish death, and our fish came on show, and our people are eating that fish without any remorse, and that is very bad. So the NAFA is telling us that the people should stop eating that fish, and also the Ministry of Health, they talk about that. They are calling on our people to stop eating that particular fish because it's not good. It is dangerous to their health. So they are calling on them to stop eating that particular fish. So what I really want to talk about that is, okay, let's take a short break and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So welcome back to the program, to this paper. So basically we are going to be talking about the fish that was discovered at Wasum there along the beach, and NAFA is calling on our people to stop eating that fish. And I actually watched the video online about that fish. A very big sea animal came on show dead. And in that video, we have our people. We have some of them, they have cutlasses in their hands. Some of them, they have bags in their hand. And they was actually cutting that fish, putting it in a bag. Some of them carrying it to their homes, which of course is very bad. Because eating a dead animal, which of course you don't know what killed that particular animal, and you eating it, not just eating it, but carrying huge portion of it to your house and letting your family, every one of them, consume that particular dead fish is dangerous to your health. And we are calling on our people in that part of this country to stop it. Because if you don't do that, we'll have, I mean, any moment from now, or a few days, or one day, or two from now, you actually start seeing that fish in the market. They will start selling it to our people. Because in the first things, in the first place, we don't know what killed that particular fish. And they're taking cutlasses, carrying bags, putting that fish, putting part of that fish in a bag and carrying it to your house to go consume it. It is not good. It is very bad for our health, for our bodies. And like I said, we will start seeing that fish in the market because we Liberians, we don't ask questions. And when it is on the Liberian market, you see people will be going after it, where you don't even know what killed that fish. You don't even know the sickness that fish die from, or the disease that fish die from. You just go about eating that fish because don't want the outbreak of any disease in this country. So our people needs to stop that. They actually need to stop that because there was weeks back or months ago, we saw certain thing on the Liberian market. They say no, a chicken titty or chicken breast, and so, and you have our people eating them because the chicken will get in Africa. Yeah, as for me, I've not really seen thing like that, or chicken cause chicken titty or chicken Hale Macaulay, and you have our people in the market buying them. And the same thing with this fish. cutting the tail fish, some of them carrying bags, cutlasses in their hands, cutting that fish, putting it in bags, carrying it to their horses to go eat. And some of them will even try to carry in the market to sell because they need money too. And it is very bad. We don't want the outbreak of any disease in this country. We are heading to election. So the Ministry of Health don't really need to, I mean, even though they are talking about it, but that is not enough. They need to make sure that that particular sea animal is taken from that beach and carried elsewhere. Because in case, or let's say if that fish continue being there, our people will keep eating it. You will tell Fernando tomorrow, people will keep going for it and eating it. So it is not enough. They need to do what is necessary, what is important to take it from the beach. Because when you tell me, Apple will keep going after it, eating it and making sure all that thing finish. And we don't want any outbreak of any bad sickness or diseases to come in this country. Because now they having people falling off for small sicknesses, holding people sick. We already not being safe in this country when it comes to our health. We have all type of food on the Liberian market, eating them on a regular basis, getting us sick. Then you see a big sea animal, thing carrying bags, cutlasses there to just eat. Because our people don't know, I mean, what is healthy for them, what is good for them. Because of this one perfect thing. Some of them can even be looking for a way to start up their day. And you go see things like that, they'll lie on the beach. They will start rejoicing. Say God and send them food. Because they don't have food. They don't really have food. The first food to eat, some of them don't really have it. So seeing things like that on the beach, they'll say, God, needs to need that. I want no food, and we'll go ahead and eat it. If I even have a second thought about it. So Nafa, not just talking about it, the Ministry of Health, I don't want you guys to just keep talking about it. Go into the appropriate thing, the necessary thing. Go and take that sea animal from on the beach and carry it away. You think you should place it. Not to be there beating apple to not eat it. Once it is there, they will continue eating it. Without no fear or fear, they will continue eating it because people don't have food to eat. So they will eat it. And they will carry it to their children, that whole house, so they will eat it. And some of them saying they will start selling it on the Liberian market. Some of our parents, some of us who don't ask questions will go to the market, will start buying it, carrying it in our homes, in our rural homes to eat and cook. To cook and give it to our family too. We don't want that. Because they said they're going to, because the Ministry of Health said they're going to test the fish to know whether it is safe or to know the actual cause of that seed animal death. They're going to do that. But in doing that, they need to take that thing off the show. They need to carry it elsewhere. Because one, it is there. The people will keep eating it. They will keep eating it. And eating dead animal is not good. Most of our people in the bushes, they do that. So you're just going to see the animal and take it in their homes, eat it. Because they say we in Africa so get sugar resistance. So things that they say can hurt us or can again do nothing to us. So they can just go about eating it. So apart from this fish, we get other things happening that in our communities, in the counties. You just woke up in the morning, go in the boat, and you see animal lying down dead. You just take it, put in your bag. The next thing you take it home, start extracting parts from on it to eat because you're looking for survival. You don't really care what killed that particular animal or fish. You just go about eating it because that's the country that we are in, and that shouldn't be happening in this country. Our people need to rise up. They need to rise up. You can just go about eating dead animals and all of that. You say because you don't have food to eat, which of course we know it is very, very much important, but you need to put your health, your safety first. Before you go about doing that, sorry, we are not taking calls now. We'll be opening up the telephone line very shortly, so be there. Hold your peace. We'll open up the telephone line to talk with you. So that is it, people. We have our people in the rural areas. That's what they are doing. Just go about eating dead animals. And it's very bad. It is very, very bad. So to our people in Twason, just stop eating that fish. That dead seed animal. Just stop eating it. Because I can remember years back when I was coming up, it used to be like a story wherein this will come on the show, and people that live around that particular place will extract parts from on our fish, and then they will go back to the water and, and, and make sure that parts that was extracted by the people to weaken that parts or to get that parts back. But I don't know how true is that, because stories, Chuck and me, you always want to hear stories like that, but I don't know how true is that. Speaking that fish, that fish is already dead. That seed animal is already dead. Then you have our people rejoicing because there's no food. No food. People are going to bed on empty belly because there's no food. And if other people want to take it politically, yes, you want to take it politically, you can do that. This is the rightful time to make that choice for yourself. You say there's no food, hunger has taken over the population. Yes, you can do something about it. You can do that through your voting. If you feel that this country is suffering from poverty, that Liberians go to bed on empty stomach, you can change that. And you can change that by voting the person you think can change that for you. So we are in the rainfall season. You can do that for yourself. You can do that for your family. Because it's not easy. It's not actually easy seeing our people having cutlasses, going to the big fish, some of them they're taking pictures, other people rejoicing, cutting part of this fish, slash, putting it in a bag, carrying it home. It is very bad. And want our people to stop eating the dead fish. Because we don't want a real occurrence of anything to happen in this country. We don't want any sickness or any outbreak to come up in this country. So our people need to stop that. They actually need to stop that. So you can call us on the number 0770907907 or 0880907907. Let's talk about this. Let's take this caller.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, I'm Aaron T.D. Weir. I call you from the Bushel Island.
Okay, my brother, go ahead.
Yeah, our people normally say anything you don't know is older than you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Many people that we call now, they will tell you just exactly what I'm going to tell you our grandparents told us about our identical way.
Mm-hmm.
They said to me that way during their time will come from the sea and come on the shore. It's a very large fish.
Mm-hmm.
And almost all time we cut that fish, some people will carry axe. Those baby cutlasses.
Mm-hmm.
They will cut it, they will stay like a month on the shore.
Mm-hmm.
And they will get tired cutting it. And if that fish is returning into the sea, whosoever is still on it, they will carry you along the way. So that fish is not a dead fish. But since my parents had told me that story, I had not heard that particular wave had come on the show. And I was speaking to you now, I'm in the 50 years. So to hear that the people are seeing it, and then you give me your analysis, I believe that you have no idea on it. So I want to make my input, and maybe other people who their grandparents told them to make their input also. So
Okay, my brother.
I don't want you to say it's a dead fish. So I just want to acknowledge you on that. Thank you.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much for calling. But we have our authorities Okay, let's take this call, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Daniel Ofer Johnson, and I called you this morning from my office here in Johnsonville.
Okay.
Let me say thank you for the topic on the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one other time we heard of a shark or a whale on the sea, on the coast of Liberia, and then people were cutting pieces of it. I don't know this one in question whether it is alive or it is living because
It is dead.
It is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So since it is there, we are asking our Baza Oman who are living on the other side of the country to please take those pieces off their dryer. Because I know that for sure people have gone there and cut their pieces now.
Mm-hmm.
People have begun to dry them, and in subsequent time we are going to be seeing it on the Liberian market.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is very dangerous for we shouldn't just see their animals and begin to eat. We don't know what killed those animals, and then people are drying it. In subsequent time, it will become people business around here, and then people start to cook it. This is the reason why we are encountering plenty of sicknesses around here. The issue of typhoid, we are seeing it, we are seeing other sicknesses. Mm-hmm. So we are calling on the Ministry of Health or the Environmental Protection Agency to go and take the shot and then to see whether we can bury it, and then all those people that the pieces are on their dryer, we are asking them to throw it away immediately. Thank you.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much for calling. So keep your calls coming through to the number 0770 907 907 or 0880 907 907. So our brother that called first, he was our first caller. Marcel, I heard similar story of that, but story will always be story. Let's take this. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, you are live.
Yeah, my sister, where the guy pay you? I'm going to come out.
My man, uteni po na ndo call the face say won't call your own.
No, I'm going to come out.
Are you go call your own now?
Yeah, because the question is now.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm looking for that play.
Okay. We're gonna make so this country, I swear. We telling people to stop cutting our fish. They say you want no play they get a place else to go call your own too. We're gonna make here. So call us on the number 0770907907 or 0880907907. Call us. Let's talk about the dead fish that was discovered in Dwazon. We have our people cutting slash of that fish that is a dead animal, the whale, and they are eating it. And we are telling them to stop doing that because it's not good for their health. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, this is Pakamara calling from Kingsbury.
Okay.
Thank you for the information and the alert.
Mm-hmm.
While we want to agree that it could be a dead fish, but we have no idea how it died. I'm calling on adjoining you to call on the NASA people, Agricultural Ministry, as well as EPA to deploy some security measure to stop the people from doing what they are doing now and to confiscate all pieces, if possible, from those who have it around them and to have it, getting rid of so that as you are afraid of infections or whatever diseases, they're all afraid. Whatever it is, like we ask that the people begin to deploy security to save the lives of our people in our community. Thank you so much.
Okay, my brother. Thank you for calling. So call us on the number 0770907907 or 0880907907. We are talking about the fish that was discovered in Dwazon. We are urging our people to not eat that fish because it's not good. They don't know what killed that particular fish. And our brother say it's traditional. Their forefathers told them about it. Their fathers told them about it. So that is it. Tell us the name you're calling from, yes?
Yeah. Johnson TT calling from District 9.
Okay. Go ahead.
Concern about that fish issue. This is not something to kill anybody. That God brought that fish for the suffering like people are going on. To just get that fish so they can resolve their sovereignty.
I know that God sent that fish to the people.
It's God. It's God. God knows that rainfall flight. It's why God sent it because those who can't get it, God sent it for them to get it. That fish stays even in the 70. My grandpa told me about that fish. It got constantly and waste on the beach. People go and cook, and eat it. That fish, not anything. In this, there sure is one God send this fish here because of the suffering of this present government. The one God send that fish. Thank you.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
So call us on the number 0770907907 or 0880 that is 0880907907. Call us and let's talk about it. See animal that was discovered in Twazon community. We have people saying it was something that their fathers or forefathers talk about. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Tell us any where you're calling from.
I'm a gospel calling from people. That's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that fish issue. I've been living for almost like 20 years. I'm living on 20th Street. That fish used to come way back. So that was myself, I eating so. But after certain time, that fish will go back. That fish is not dead. I'm telling you, that fish is not dead. After certain time, that fish will go. You won't see it. For every year, that fish can come up. So that after 2-3 years, it will come up.
Okay.
So
Okay, my brother. Thank you for calling.
you're welcome.
Okay. We can question that. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, you are live. Tell us in email where you're calling from.
My name is Fafi Sherry, calling from New Peace Island, specifically Kamaya.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my sister, let me tell you, that fish is not a bad fish. Even myself, I have eaten some fish. Yes. In Lofa country there. If that fish, you know how we call it? We call that fish batima. And the fish there, it's not a bad fish. It can every year. When it comes, people call it. When the time reach for it to go, then it go by again.
Oh.
Yes, God can do that thing. So it's not a bad fish. I even want to know where it is so I can go come out into.
My man, I shouldn't be doing this on this show. We are discouraging people from eating that fish. And I'm going to show you they play, they get a fish to go eat your own.
But like I'm telling you, I'm saying this fish is not a bad fish. Master, I've been eating it.
But they're telling us that it's dead, it is bad. We shouldn't eat it. They say you've been eating the fish, my man. Okay, thank you so much for making your points. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Tell us any where calling from. You say where? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Joseph Mba.
Okay, Joseph, go ahead.
Yeah, that fish that you're talking about, it ready die or it living, it just under the water because I know about about certain fish.
It on the show and it is dead.
You see it there?
Yes.
Because certain fish, certain year they say it'll come. It'll come every year. They call it. It'll go by again. Then it go to another area to do. Okay, they call it 3 to 2. I thought but it's fish. So when it's there, they let leave it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
So that fish is actually dead. Maybe our callers that call probably are mistaken. This dead fish should be the fish your great grandfathers or your fathers told you about. But I don't want to believe it's the same fish. Because this one that we are talking about is dead. And we are telling our people to not eat the dead fish because I actually witnessed that video and I was like, shocked. I was shocked seeing people rejoicing and we have other people get our cutlasses like in the hands like jubilating. Other having their bags, cutting our fish, putting it in a bag and carrying it to their homes. I mean, so we are saying this: do not eat that dead fish. So call us on the number 0770907907 or 0880907907 when we have 15 more minutes so call a day on this program. So call, let's talk about it. I'm hoping that our people from Tuason will call and let's talk about this. Good morning.
But I don't.
I'm doing great. Tell us any where you're calling from.
So much you were calling from the Portland.
Okay, go ahead.
The fish, which for fish? Because I know that fish will be whale.
Yeah.
It's a whale, right? Yeah, it's not harmful. It's eatable.
What made you say not harmful?
Eating that fish 3 times. The first time I caught my own self in river says. Second, somewhere around the area there. Yes, so it's not harmful. It's eatable. It's will. It's not there. It's living. You can go by itself. Every year it comes up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, my brother.
It's eatable.
Okay, thank you for calling. Let's take this other call. Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing great. What is your name and where you calling from?
I'm JP the I call Jaraspa.
Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, that fish is not a harmful fish. That fish, my grandfather used to talk about it.
Wow.
He died at the age of 115 years. He always talked about it. I think I can't learn. People caught it for almost 2 weeks, and then it will leave. Sometimes luckily it will appear to another area. So that fish, not a harmful fish. People be eating it, they coming. For Asian day, they coming.
Okay. Okay. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Ansu Watson, and I call from Monrovia.
Okay.
Yeah, listen to a lot of callers talking about that fish. Really, it is impossible for a whale to just come on shore. Then people start cutting it and go by. You know, there are 3 countries within Europe that are fishing for whale. And sometimes the arrow that they use to kill those whales, when they miss it at time, it'll get wounded. When it get wounded, it 10 weeks, so now the sea bring it on shore. For me, I'm a diver.
Okay.
I come across a lot of dangerous species within the water. Lot of big fish. Even that whale that they're talking about, they have 2 different types. They have the whale, they have the blue whale, they have the black and white whale, which is the killer whale. The killer whale sometimes it damages that particular whale that you see on that beach. At times when you go across it, because when 2 of that killer whale bother with that blue whale, when they fight like that, sometimes they'll be fighting to eat each other. And also the killer whale can also eat a shark. Wow. It's a dangerous animal within the sea, the killer whale. It can kill shark, it can kill that particular whale. So now when it wounded, it will appear on shore. That the sea can bring it on the shore. Then that thing start happening. What people say, it'll come on shore. When they cut it, then all of them go back. No, it's not possible. There are a lot of seafood. They have the sea cucumber. That cucumber that you can see people are say around. They get the sea tip. When you see it, you see porridge. They have the octopus. They have the oyster. They see cucumber. They see ocean. They get the lobster. They see onion. They get the squirrels. These are sea animals that are not harmful really for the body to be friends. They are very, very helpful. Even that whale is good for the body, it's good for eating. But it's not in that condition.
Yeah, when it is already
dead, they appear on shore. Then you group of people go there start cutting it to eat it. It's dangerous. You don't know what kill it. Isn't it? These are still that spread disease at times.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so we the Liberian we have to be very, very careful with these things. Yeah, we have to be very, very careful. For me, I'm a diver. I'm a Liberian diver. I'm based in Liberia here in Central Monrovia. I'm getting the water every day. When at time, I even appear on freedom 1 other times.
Okay.
I will be unable to even appear on the show there to tell Liberian people more about the water. How the water is, how many seafood within the water, how important they are to the health of the human body. Okay. You know, there are so many things that maybe one day I pray that I appear on your show so that I can explain, to the Liberian people what can happen on the water, what we can do there, And what we can do farming, so many things on the water, so many things we can do.
All right, no problem.
So there's a advice to the Liberian people to stop eating that particular fish. It's not a good sign.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dangerous for the society.
Okay, my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for providing us with that information. So call us on the number 0770907907 or 0880907907. Let's take 2 more calls to call a day on this program, because we'll have our next program coming up shortly. So let's take 2 or 1 more call and call it a day on this program. So call us on the numbers 0770907907 or 0880907907. If we cannot get any call, then we just call it a day on this program. So call us. Let's talk about this whale that was discovered in Twason community along the beach, and we have our people eating that fish. And let's take this call.
Hello?
I cannot take you. My God, I have headset on. I mean, you can't be talking one thing when, or if you call, please walk away from your monitor, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us any name where you're calling from quickly.
Yeah, my name is Marco. I'm calling from Tinko. Street.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that fish. I can remember that fish. It come up here, and when the fish come up, it can miss. It can stay long. Not 2 more. Not 1 week. So 1 month, so week.
Okay.
Before that fish go, but the only thing that when fast the people, because when they see going, the same way it come on new people that there can go on new people. They will be careful when they leave until they can catch people.
Oh wow.
So be very careful.
All right.
But if you can eat it, nothing happen to it.
Okay, let's take this other call. Thank you. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, tell us any name where you're calling from quickly.
Yeah, my name is James Manson. I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay.
Yeah, that fish, what you're talking about, that fish, so, we don't eat that fish. That fish is that Gina in the water. But so the people I live in Bandar Beach. That fish, you can come on show. Some people can call it and eat and die. So please, yeah, you can eat and die. So that fish, that's the position I see, chunk it away or bury it. Because they say, that fish is not good. All that work calling say that fish, then father come and tell them a so story. That fish come on show. Ghanaians can make sacrifice for it. You can bring free for us. Also, but now the way that the church business continues, so we are the Ghanaians who will forget about it. But if you can't rely on that, it's not good again. That's what we say. Oh, bury.
Okay.
All that what eating that fish there. Then we'll tolerate. That there's something with catch them. Just they will give the cup for it.
Okay.
So stop that fish there.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So let's read our comments from on our Facebook Live. Sorry, we are not taking any calls again. We have Chunje Wunwa. He says, good morning. And we have Pabo Tuk. He said, good morning, Fioya. I'm following live from Sinje Kate Moon. Okay, and he says again, you are amazing, Miss Kamara. Continue with it, beautiful. That's good. Thank you so much, Tuk. We have Amos Tokpa and say you look beautiful. Thank you, Tuk. And that's the comments from our live Facebook video. So okay. So that's all the time we have to be with you today. We actually read for you 4 local papers. We read the front page African newspaper. the Daily Observer newspaper, the Inquirer newspaper, and that of the Independent newspaper. So this program will return on the radio by Wednesday, for which time we'll be having different papers and different topics to discuss. Many thanks to all of you for following. My name is Mafida Kamara, and thanks to Daniel Salif there in Marquette County for relaying this program on Voice of Liberia in Marquette County, and the frequency is 89.7. Okay, so before leaving, I would like to leave you with this song from Kobasi, and the song says, "What you want to," and this song actually talks about this political season that we are in. This song talks about giving a leader the 6 year in the 9 years is not an easy thing. So it is upon you to know who you are going to be giving the 6 year to for the presidency, and that of the representative seats, and the 9 years is for the senatorial seats. So that decision is yours, and we just have 50 more days to the election. So it is prudent enough that you think wisely and don't let any political actors make you to cause chaos or violence for yourself and for your family. If they ask you to do that, ask them whether they have their family in Liberia. So let's take this song from Kobasi and call the song "What You Want to." Okay. Okay, we are still trying to get this song on the radio for you. Let's see whether we can take this song from Kobasi. What you want to? Okay, let's get it playing from this end. Okay.
Originalhits.com.
Download your favorite song at originalhits.com.
Free land of liberty. You once fully intended to poverty. Well, our politics. Politicians used to live up to their promises. But this time, like politics. They will lie, they will use you like shoe and polish it. Banana, we not putting about track. We not putting by religion. We not putting tradition, friendship, or relationship. You better pull for your future. Don't say you're pull like your future. Brother, pull for your future. Mama, pull for your future. What do you want? If I give you my future, what you want? When I give you my country, what you want? Sit here and I play what you want to. What do you want to do? What do you want to? If I give you my history, what you want to? You want my county, what you want to? Now yeah, now play what you want to. What do you want to do? They come in with their big car.